So, the next thing I would think if I was you guys, if you have a swelling of lymph nodes, what's happening? White blood cells are fighting. They're doing their job. So it must be a bunch of cops in there just beating up a bunch of freaking bad guys. I guess, I don't know. They're
Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna miss this guy. He brings a lot to the class.
And in every class.
That's good to know you like this in every class.
He's got a story and a person for everything.
Okay, have you heard of crocodile?
See?
Crocodile is a drug from Russia. Crocodile. Okay, it's actually an eye drop. But it's like homemade, and it's basically called like diamorphine, which is like a mix of like 5 different drugs.
And eye drops?
And eventually it rots out your eye.
Yeah,
and your eye fall off. But they can't stop using it. Like,
feels good. It feels good.
Yeah.
What kind of high is it? I mean,
it's like, they say it's like 5 times more addictive than heroin. Like,
it's like a heroin high kind of thing? No.
Wait, where did this come from?
It comes from Russia.
No, like, why did you bring this up?
Oh, I brought it up in class.
That's a good question.
We ask that all the time.
Like, I wouldn't even YouTube people who was on it. Like,
To be fair, we were learning about putting eye drops in people's eyes for medicine.
Oh, okay.
And this is what he comes up with?
That's what he just randomly was like, hey.
Because when they
He just needs to be in all our lectures.
I thought it was supposed to be the name of the
it actually destroys your lymph nodes. You can't fight all the infection. You die from like a cold.
Your lymph nodes send shit out and they can't take it down.
What's it called?
Crocodile or diamorphine. If you get caught with it in America, it's automatic license.
It's
Automatic
caught.
license. If you caught with it in America.
They don't be doing a lot of
A
killing.
federal license is
10-minute break.
I'm skipping around a little bit. We already did function of natural killer cell. Let's do inflammatory response next.
Woohoo.
So, a couple things for inflammatory response. You can tell me why we have it and why we use it. What happens in an inflammatory response?
It hurts.
There's a molecule you can talk about that is used naturally by almost every living thing on the planet that causes the inflammatory response, and then we also take a medicine to block it. Yeah,
I ain't seen it though.
Yeah. So we all know that. Yeah. So, with that being said, what can y'all tell me about why do we use inflammatory response? And then I think the book lists 4 characteristics of an inflammatory response. It's natural unless it gets too much.
You can say like what's swelling, itching, redness.
Yep, exactly. So what would cause an inflammatory response? There's a bunch of answers.
Like it could be
Foreign
like
substance.
inches of a foreign substance.
Absolutely, exactly. It could be,
Injury.
you could go asthma, allergies, you could go all over the place. Cuts, burns, virus, bacteria, all kinds of stuff. Cancer is most long-term diseases start off with inflammation, but it's uncontrolled chronic inflammation. That's so much of the precursor to so many diseases today. But anyway, but if it's in a controlled manner, it's like a fever we talked about. It's necessary. So inflammation is like fire. There's the heat component. Why do we need heat in that infected area?
To kill it.
Increases blood flow to bring the white blood
Good,
cells.
very good. Absolutely. There's 2 major things right off the bat. Heat allows blood to flow faster. What's in blood? Everything we need. Everything we need to fight infection and clot and oxygenate and feed. Dude, it's all in blood. Blood's amazing, right? So for an inflammatory response, if you have increased blood, the 4 characteristics should pop out. Whether it's an allergic reaction, it's a cut, whatever. If you have more blood flowing to the area, what are 4 characteristics of an inflammatory response?
Red heat, swelling.
Heat,
Redness.
swelling. Ow.
Oh,
Pain.
Duh.
That's all right. So pain, redness, So if you think of dilated blood vessels, getting more platelets, getting more white blood cells to the area,
Can we add
it's
itching?
warmth. What's that?
Is itching considered one? Is itching? I said is itching considered one? It's not in every inflammatory response.
Itch.
Is that a nervous thing?
Wait, is itchy?
Considered the same one of an inflammatory response because it doesn't have all.
Oh, some of it, yeah, dude. My mom's has some pretty bad
Disgusting.
systemic full body internal inflammation and make her itchy. Not all do that.
It's like when you
Itching and show responses, not all.
Right,
because
right.
like when you like allergic to seafood, like when you eat seafood, you start itching.
That's right. Yeah, that's a good point. I know a lot of
Peanut butter.
That's good. Yeah, and that's built into the pain answer. But
Yeah, because
absolutely.
it's discomfort,
Yeah.
so it's considered.
Absolutely. Let's see. So inflammatory response. Histamine, again, is a normal molecule that all animals frequently release. But again, it's the histamine molecule is signaling the dilated blood vessels, increased blood flow, and all that. When we take the antihistamine, it blocks all that. So it's kind of a personal decision when you want to cut off the natural response. Okay with the inflammatory response? That should be pretty easy for you guys, for the most part. What may take you a little while is kind of the last section. You remember we talked about two breakdowns of the immune system? All right, good. Do you remember what that means? Those terms?
Specific.
Good, and that's a good term to use. Adaptive and specific are together. Adaptive, what does that mean? Man, that's the most brilliant part of our immune system. That's the ones that recognize an enemy, they build up an army to defeat the enemy, and then they make a memory of all this, and then decades later they still remember this thing. That's the B and T cell. So B and T cells are adaptive. That's after birth. That's so if innate messes you up. Innate is what are you born with that can fight stuff? Skin, mucus, tears, sebaceous oil gland. There's tons of stomach acid. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. That's a good one. Stomach acid, all that. But yeah, the adaptive the adaptive specific immunity. That's your T and B cells. And man, that's the ones when we talked about. You remember I grew up in the body of tension, saying Warnerville, I should be dead. But I'm strong. I guess I don't know. But that's the whole thing is the more you're exposed to, you're probably gonna be, if you're not dead, then you could be pretty strong kind of thing. If it all works naturally. Alright, so the main part of that though is if you can remember T and B cells for the specific adaptive immunity, man, that helps so much. Literally everything else we talked about is the other. So can you guys give me, there's several, like half a chapter of non-specific innate defenses. And a whole bunch of verses. So when you say skin, you have to, now we've got a whole chapter of skin you have to use. If you say skin, you might get half a freaking point. Say what parts of the skin are doing it. What parts of the skin you're born with that are not, they're just trying to prevent anything from attacking the body. They're not specifically looking for anything. Epidermis. Absolutely. That's the main physical blockade from pathogens, dirt and leaves and whatever else will stick to us. We walked around with no skin. I would throw gum at people with the head. I would just throw shit at them. Everything would stick to them, bro.
That's evil.
I know. I don't think it'd be alive that long anyway.
Can we use fingernails also?
For what?
For like for protection? It was born with.
Yeah. I'll give it to you. You
If I can't think of it,
say
I'm just
protect
trying to
from what though, man? There will be no listing anymore on my test. They go. Too much discrepancy. I've learned by my test. Oh.
For the third one.
No, it's like for a semester too. I'm trying to figure shit out.
goodness.
It's a new day, man. I took 5 years off of teaching. It's different. So I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, give me some more. Keep going. Skin and nails. Sure, Chris, I give you nails. What else you got?
Mucus.
Mucus, very good. What does mucus do? Where's it coming from? Where's it going?
Ooh, traps.
Multiple answers right here. Mucus, that's a great one. Where in the body do you find mucus? What is it doing to the pathogens? Where is it sending it? Dude, some of it's going where? Some of it's going here, there. I don't know. What you think, Charlie? You smiling. You like mucus, ain't you? What you got? She's like, I love mucus.
It's traps.
Yes. So where in your body are you finding mucus that traps?
No.
That's a
Nasal
good one. And where does that
cavity.
mucus go? Or
Into the-
out. So we can sneeze and blow mucus out the body, and that has pathogens, right? I mean, but yeah, if you swallow it, it's so gross. I do that all day, Charlie, swallowing shit. No, we all do. We all do. We all do it. I didn't mean to pick on you. I'm sorry. But yeah, so the mucus that's swallowed, why are we swallowing nasty mucus?
To put it in our stomach acid.
There you go. You heard what she said? Stomach acid. That's the most powerful killer in the body. Why?
Because it's acid.
Ooh, what's the pH of the stomach? Damn, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yeah. Lose my mind a little bit. You actually probably make me more sane.
It's a show on Vice. He's gonna show it. It's gonna talk about people that start off using his eye drops, they start shooting it, and then they got like necrosis in the bones.
Oh, Vice?
Yeah.
Like a documentary Vice. They make good shows.
Yeah, they make some good shit.
So they saw it, they showed it.
They showed like a dude, like he had like his eye patch, and then they showed it, he started using it through his
Wait,
bones,
so-
like you see the bones.
Wait, so it ate his whole eyeball? How did they say how long? How much he was using it for? How long?
I think they say like they didn't put an exact timeline, but not most people only live like 2 years after they start using it. It's like 2 or 3 years.
It's like popular in Russia or something.
I guess that's why they trying their best to not let it come over here. Or like in other
Well, it's like
places.
fentanyl. Fentanyl's so bad.
Yeah.
Tears.
They know that.
That's why I love Sean. Keeping us on track. Tears, yes. Slight antibacterial effect. Good. Give me another one. Stomach acid, tears.
Saliva.
Saliva is a very good one. Excellent. Keep going. Think of skin. We just talked about some of the skin too. Going to the dermis. What about the dermis? Where in the dermis? So in the dermis, you can go a couple places. The oil glands, remember I said it has a slight antibacterial effect. That's from birth. That's innate. But they have macrophages, which we haven't talked about yet tonight. You remember if I say that, it's like Pac-Man. They're loaded in the dermis, yeah? So that's a white blood cell that's innate and non-specific. They're just big cells that eat bad things, yeah? Macrophages, yeah? Natural killer cells, where were those? Are those specific or non-specific?
Wait, what is it called?
Natural killer cell. Oh, I'm sorry, macrophages.
Lipid.
MACRO.
Lipid be specific.
I think it's pH.
Phages. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Actually, I think that was it though.
Specific.
I think phage means light, macro means big.
Macro means large and big. Phase means heat and jet.
Hazel. They just shift a lot. Based on my mood. I'm good.
The eyeliner makes it look more green.
I know, that's why I love wearing it. I just never do.
What else? What else? We got anything else? Innate?
Killer cells.
Yeah, natural killer cells. Yeah, it's good. That's what my question is. Non-specific. You already told me earlier.
Wait.
They are kind of specifically looking for cancer viruses, but man, the book and science just labels them as non-specific. And because they were born with it. But technically, they are kind of looking for certain things. So I think those are kind of weird, but we can just put them where they're
That's stupid.
But honestly, I don't care. Don't put them in for specific. I'm going to give it to you. It's not. They're like the skin and all those
That's my
stuff.
own started.
That's pretty obvious.
But then my iPad charged.
What else?
I can try to make my own outline, but I might need
I know,
to
that's fun too, yeah.
Yeah. I'll send it in the group chat.
so I can make my own
Drawings.
drawings.
Alright, so in that same innate, non-specific immunity, we have, it's a slide called chemical mediators. Histamine was one of them.
Oh.
I don't expect, if y'all don't know the words of these, that's fine, but man, there's some really freaking cool immune functions. Interferons,
Lysozyme.
taxes, operon is when they, or complementary protein, I think that's what y'all would call it. Complementary protein is when they drop little enzyme bombs into the bacteria and it blows them up inside out. So then that's a chemical mediator. Histamine is one. Histamine is, again, dilating blood vessels, getting more blood flow to the infection or the infected area. But then there was another one we talked about. No, she said saliva earlier, yeah. But no, there was another chemical mediator. It's not saliva. It's within your body. It's all over your body. It's called an interferon. I think this class I told you about my gardening.
Yeah, we talked about that.
The plants.
Yes.
And it sends a message.
Yes,
to us.
correct. Our bodies do the same thing. So you remember exactly what I was talking about?
It's like, okay, one would go ahead and die, but it would still send a message to the rest of us.
Good.
Like, hey, y'all prepare y'all.
Good. That's interferon. So we do that too. That's non-specific, innate. Yeah. So if one of your cells is getting attacked, he's going to send signals to the his neighboring cells. Say, hey, look, I'm getting attacked by a virus or a bacteria. He's going to tell them specifically. And you need to build your defense up for the bacteria or virus. So they talk very specifically. So when you get to the chemical mediators, slides, whatever slide goes on, for the innate, non-specific part of immunity, man, that's a cool one to go into. The interferons, those little protein bombs, those complementary proteins, and then the histamine. Yeah, so those give y'all a few functions for innate immunity. Cool. I think really good. I think y'all feel like you're ready for Wednesday? This test isn't as bad as the other one, I don't think. Maybe not. Y'all like this material?
Yes. I like all the material.
Right, so when it gets to the bullet, various functions of white blood cells, you don't have to know the names of the white blood cells, but they're names and categorized for what they defend against. Do you remember?